Imagine a world without Rome. Rome was a big, important city long ago that helped shape the world we live in today. If Rome never existed, our world would be very different. Rome was known for its big buildings, like the Colosseum, and its strong roads that connected places. People in Rome also helped spread ideas about how to make laws and govern people. Their way of organizing things and keeping order became a guide for many countries. The importance of this idea is huge because Rome played a key role in history, like a domino that starts a long line of events. If Rome never existed, things we see today, like roads, buildings, and even sports, arenas, might not be the same. One example is the Roman roads. They helped people travel and trade more easily across lands. Without them, traveling might have stayed slow and difficult. Another example is Roman law. The way Romans set up their laws made people think about fairness and justice, paving the way for systems many countries use today. Some people say Rome's influence was mostly about its power and taking over other places. Others think Rome spread good ideas and helped people learn from different cultures. These different opinions show how complex the world can be when you look at things from different angles. Challenges come when imagining such a world. People argue about whether other cities or groups might have stepped in to take Rome's place. Like, would someone else have invented similar roads or laws? Some believe that without Rome, other civilizations like Greece or Egypt might have become even more important, sharing their ideas instead. This topic connects to lots of things because Rome's influence touches so many parts of life, from how we build things to how we play sports, even how we read and write. Rome's language, Latin, is the root of many words we use today. Are you fascinated by stories of ancient places like Rome? If you love learning about history and how it shapes our world, subscribe to our channel. Join us for more exciting explorations of the past and its impact on our lives. Imagine a world where Rome never existed. What would that be like? Let's think about it. Rome was a big, powerful city a long time ago. It had strong armies, smart leaders, and it built amazing things like roads and aqueducts. Now, if Rome wasn't there, lots of things might be different today. First, let's talk about roads. Ancient Rome built lots of roads to connect different places. These roads helped people travel and trade goods. If Rome never existed, we might not have as many good roads. This means it could be harder for people to visit other places or get things they need from far away. Another important thing is language. Many languages today, like Spanish, French, and Italian, come from Latin, which was the language of Rome. If Rome wasn't around, these languages might not exist. We might all speak completely different languages today. Rome also shared many ideas about laws and government. They had a big influence on how countries are run today. If Rome never existed, some of our laws or ways to pick leaders might be different. Maybe we wouldn't have ideas like voting or having leaders we choose. But some people think maybe if Rome hadn't existed, other places might have come up with similar ideas. Maybe other countries would have built roads and laws just as well. However, Rome did a lot to spread these ideas far and wide. Now, let's pause for a second. Are you interested in learning more about how ancient Rome and history affect us today? If you love exploring these topics, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We have lots of exciting stories just waiting for you. Back to our world without Rome. There could be challenges too. Without Rome, maybe different parts of the world wouldn't be as connected. This might make it harder for people to share ideas and learn from each other. In conclusion, Rome played a big role in shaping the world we know today. Whether it's the roads we travel on, the languages we speak, or the laws we follow, Rome had a hand in them. Even if some things might have developed differently without Rome, it's fascinating to think about how much one ancient city influenced the world around us. Imagine a world without roads to take you to exciting new places. If Rome never existed, there wouldn't be amazing Roman roads. Roman roads were like the highways or streets we use today. They were big, long paths that connected cities and towns, making travel much easier for people long, long ago. These roads were incredibly important because they helped people visit family, trade goods, and share ideas across different lands. Without them, traveling would be much harder and slower. Roman roads were very special because they were built to last a long time. They were made from strong materials like stones and had layers to keep them sturdy, even when it rained. One example is the famous Appian Way, which was one of the earliest and most important roads in ancient Rome, stretching all the way from Rome to the heel of Italy's boot-shaped peninsula. Another great example is the Via Egnatia, which connected parts of what are now modern-day Greece, Albania, and Turkey. Many people believe Roman roads were a great invention because they helped different cultures meet and share knowledge. But some people might say that without Roman roads, other civilizations might have found different ways to build their own roads or paths. This could have changed how we travel today. If Rome never existed, the idea of building strong, long-lasting roads might have been delayed, affecting trade and communication across Europe and beyond. We might not have the same road-building techniques we use now. The absence of Roman roads would influence other parts of history too. For example, the Roman Empire used these roads to expand their empire, making it easier for them to control large areas. Without them, the Roman Empire might not have grown as big or as strong. So, what do you think? Do you love learning about amazing things from ancient Rome like Roman roads? If you do, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We have so many more cool stories and fun facts to share with you about ancient history. By learning about the past, we can better understand today's world and appreciate all the amazing things we have now, like our roads and highways. Stay curious and keep exploring the fascinating stories of ancient times. Imagine a world where Rome never existed. What would life be like? Well, Rome was a huge empire a long time ago that helped shape the world into what it is today. They were really good at building things, making rules, and connecting people. Without Rome, things might be very different now. First, let's talk about roads. Romans were great builders and made many roads that connected cities and countries. These roads helped people travel and share ideas. Without Roman roads, traveling might have been slow and hard, and people might not have shared ideas as much. This could mean less trade and fewer inventions. Another thing Rome was good at was making rules. They had a system with laws that helped keep people safe and fair. Many countries today use ideas from Roman laws. Without these, we might have different rules and life might not be as fair. There's also Latin, the language Romans spoke. Lots of languages today, like Spanish, French, and Italian, come from Latin. Without Latin, these languages might not exist or would be very different. Now, some people think that if Rome never existed, someone else might have done these things differently. Other empires or tribes might have made their own roads or rules, but we can't know for sure what would have happened. Maybe things would be better, or maybe not. Some people believe that without Rome, there wouldn't have been as much fighting. Rome did conquer a lot of places, and some might think that without them, more places could have stayed peaceful. But other groups might have fought instead, so it's hard to tell. This idea also connects to how we live today. From buildings to laws and languages, the legacy of Rome affects many parts of our lives. Even things like government and public speaking were influenced by Roman ideas. If you love thinking about history and how it shapes our world, imagine what our lives might be like without Rome. And if you're curious to learn more about ancient Rome, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We have lots of fun and new things to explore together.